Blackout. Dancers take position.
Wait, one dancer forgot a skirt.
He announced the next. He skipped an award.
MC ko bhejo.
Ask him to take a pause.
No, let's just go with it now. Let's not change anything. We'll manage.
Stand by for AV. Go for AV.
Good show, guys. Going off the comms.
Hi friends, welcome to Off the Comms, a show where we hang out with our friends from the events and experiential industry, and you get to see them in their non-work avatars. Our guests today are two people who I've had the pleasure of knowing initially through work, and then they become very, very close friends. I first met Russel when he was a DJ for Boat Club, and he had also done a lot of shows for Fountainhead where I used to work. And I actually met Ayesha many years later when she was actually introduced to me as his manager. Russel now manages the music at Door No.1, and Ayesha, apart from her writing, curates live entertainment shows. If you know the two of them for as long as I have, you'll know that other than his music, Russel is famous for his ever-changing hair color, his unlimited supply of interesting t-shirts, and his warm demeanor. And Ayesha is someone who you can chat with for hours at length, and most of her friends consider her as just one of the guys. Together, they like to be called AyeRus, and we're happy to have them at the show today. Welcome, Ayesha and Russel, or AyeRus as we call them, to Off the Comms. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
And of course, everyone over here knows Anshu and Megha, and my name is Apar. And let's just go with the show. So guys, while I know a lot about your history, why don't you tell us about your journey from a professional and a personal perspective for our guests over here?
So, professional wise, so yeah, I mean, we've been working quite some time, and personally, I know Ayesha from the day she was born, to be very honest. And her mum taught me in school, and I was being a backbencher. I was always called out for everything in school. So, be it studies, anything. And I was role number one to beat it all, so even worse. So yeah, that is between me and Ayesha, as I long know her. And yeah, we played together a little bit.
So yeah,
a little bit.
No.
Like little.
He's lying. We were kids, yes, because I was the teacher's daughter and new baby and blah blah blah. Didn't give me any bhav till about 2 years before we started dating, which was about 13 years ago.
But we played a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, right. we celebrate, just FYI, we celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary in a few days. So,
cheers to that.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
In terms of what we are today, I had just two things I wanted to be in life. One was actually three. I first wanted to be a spy. I was very sure about that. Then I decided that I wanted to be an F1 pit crew boss. And then finally, by the time I reached the 6th or 7th grade, I was like, yeah, I want to be a writer, and that's where I want to be, and nothing else in this world. If my writing took me towards being a spy or being like anything in F1, I would have been happy. But yeah, writing is something that then I got down to doing full time from the 7th or 8th standard. Encouragement more than anything else I received from the fact that I got an offer to write for a social justice magazine called The Axe, which is an international magazine. And to ask like a 12-year-old or not 12 really, but a 10-year-old to write for a social justice magazine on women's issues and on the environment was something big at that point in time. And yeah, so that's where I started off writing really, really publicly for people.
DJing started off while I was giving my computer exams, and this guy comes up to me and says, "You want to make 800 rupees for a night or what?" I said, "What do I have to do?" He's like, "Nothing. You have to just go and stand behind a CD player and just play." Like, I said, "But I don't know how to play." He's like, "Just go, yeah, it's very easy." So I said, "Okay, theek hai." So I went for my first show at Radio Club. Back then, we had a black and white TV at home. And my dad had this Sony portable 2-in-1 deck, which had a record thing and a radio was there. So every time the songs would come in, I would wait for that particular time for the song to come in, and I would press record and I would start having my own songs. I should make my list. So in fact, till today, I have the cassettes at home with all my timings and all written. So in that box, there are around 20 or 30 odd cassettes with the screwdriver. So my screwdriver was my main tool of weapon, which I used to make the song fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. to what we now have, the pitch control. Back then there was no pitch control. So yeah, and so I used to go for shows, and there were no CD players. We never knew. I had CDs, but I never had a CD player. Like I had records and vinyl, but I didn't have a turntable. So I had this thing of collecting. So when this guy told me, like, Russ, come on, let's go for this show and all. So I said, okay, DK. He's saying you'll have to carry 2-3 speakers and all if you don't mind. I said, yeah, cool, yeah. So I've gone on like all decked up, white shirt, light blue jeans and sneakers and all. And by the time the show started, that white shirt had become black, carrying blue jeans to change its color only. And they were Levi's 501s, which I top out of my brothers. Because my brother was slim and trim that time. So I went for the show, and yeah, and so you can mute the part out, but so the gig started, and I won't mention the DJ's name who was playing also at the gig. So this guy comes up to him and says, you know what, every 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you got to make an announcement on the mic. He's saying, oh, okay, cool, yeah. He's saying, but at least listen to what's the announcement. So I was like, also like, what is he going to say? So he's like, every 15, 20 minutes, put the fader down and say your mama's a hoe. He's like, yeah, you got to just keep saying this. And believe me or not, this went on the entire night. The party got over at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And every 15, 20 minutes, this announcement would go on and people would start shouting, your mother's a hoe, your mama's a hoe, and it would just go on. So, and I was like, dude, this is a fancy life you've got, man. Like, 800 rupees mein tu public ko gali bhi de raha hai, nacha raha hai, and like, it was like, I was like, okay. So it's good. So he's saying, see, I told you DJing is a very good thing. So I said, okay, theek hai. So yeah, I mean, that is how I started playing DJing. Now this is the 27th year. Yeah, this is the 27th.
Oh, wow.
10 years, wow, yeah.
I got into this whole thing where, so I was my first job was with Indian Express, my first official job, and I was with them for 7 years. Enjoyed it completely. We were about to get married, and they changed like a whole lot of stuff in the office. So I decided to leave because they wanted us to transfer to Delhi, which is not something that I wanted to do. So about Russell's manager had just quit, and he asked me, he's like, Ayesha, do you want to manage my work? Would you mind? I mean, or are you looking to join another media house or whatever it is? Spoke to a lot of media houses, didn't like the offers I was getting or anything of that sort. But I started getting a lot of freelance offers from a lot of the PR companies that I used to deal with while I was at Indian Express. So it sounded really good because they were paying well to write individually for each of them as a freelancer. And then plus making money off managing Russel as an artist. So I said, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, what all do you want me to do? He said, just handle, my gigs as and when they come in, just my tech checks, my tech riders, speaking to all the clients and so on and so forth. We'll see how it goes. If you're not happy with it, then okay, I mean, I'll get another manager on board officially. So we spoke about it and we were quite happy with it. So we decided, let's go ahead. And we did it. And I mean, pretty much, as you can see, 10 years down the line, we're still at it and enjoying the whole thing completely. And not something that I want to get away from. I mean, a lot of people have asked me whether I want to get back full time into writing. And it's not that I've stopped writing. So it's not like I'm not doing writing full time or whatever. But no, I don't want to give up being a part of the event industry or the music industry because it's A, too much of fun. And B, you meet a lot of people like you guys who are friends who've become family. And that's something that you don't get very easily in the writing world because everyone's either looking to take away your story or, looking at the next. It's just not that there's no dirty politics this side, but this side is a whole lot more fun than that side. I prefer freelance writing than actually writing with a company because 7 years with Indian Express taught me that Indian media houses are sometimes the worst to work for.
Ayesha and Russel, I'm sure over the years, you've had several instances across all the events and, the gigs that you guys have done, where you will have someone who will come up to you, whether it's the agency that you're working with, or, maybe a co-artist or someone will come and ask you to do something that is just downright ludicrous. And you don't know how to react to this person. You don't know what to say. And that's what makes our segment that we're starting now, which we call memes, where you can't really, say anything that you'd really wanted to the person, but you'll eventually have that one big question mark on your face?
Mine, one of it is, I mean, there are a few, but this one will take the cake for it. So Boat Club had just shut that time. And we were looking out for gigs were happening or not happening. It was still going on, and we just got married. So the owner of Boat Club, Kumar, told me there's this new club opening up in Bandra only, and which I won't mention the name. So this guy comes up to me. So Kumar told me, "Are you bindas go for the interview? I've spoken, I've taken care of everything. I said, okay, chalo, theek hai, I've gone. I said, where do I have to go? He said, here in Bandra. I said, okay, theek. I've reached the place. We reached early, I think, no? Yeah, we reached early. So I've gone, this supposed manager who claimed he was a manager, but then we came to know later he was not even the manager. So he told me, he showed me the place. This is the first floor, this is the second floor, this is the third floor. I said, okay, theek hai. So I said, where's the DJ cabin? So he tells me, DJ cabin? DJ cabin for what do you want? He's saying, we are giving you one small room in the kitchen. From there, we are giving you a monitor. You stand there and monitor. I said, kya? Said, are you serious? He's like, yeah, bro. So I said, okay, what about the interview? He's saying, you go play. I said, who's taking the interview? He's saying, I'll take the interview. So I said, okay, because I thought he was the manager. This dude is Shazamming every song possible that I played. And then I realized that he's the assistant to the DJ who's approved. If I was getting the contract, he would be assisting me.
Oh.
First, you say this, and then you tell me I go in the kitchen and play. He's like, yeah, they'll give you a monitor. You stand in the kitchen and play. He's like, there DJ cabin guy. I said, what do you mean, dude?
Their monitor was basically a CCTV camera that would be aimed on the dance floor.
So you look at it and you play.
And you see the crowd and you play. Not that the crowd is in front of you. And that too, the kitchen was on the third floor.
And this was on the
and this is on the first floor. The dance floor is on the first floor.
But guys, think how futuristic they were. Yeah, they were doing online events then.
I was just going to say that. I said they were just prepping you for virtual remote events,
17 years back, I was like, whoa. So full I actually didn't know what to say, I was like.
That's it.
They were just ahead of their time, yeah. What can I say?
Was that the inspiration for all the Mixcloud nights that you've done during
Could be. So I was playing at Boat Club and this cute chick comes up to me on a Saturday night. Okay. And apart, you've been there, so you know what was how the Saturday nights used to be. So it was packed. Okay. And this chick comes up to me. I'm sure if I take her name, one of you all will know, but I'm not going to take her. So, and she just comes and taps me on this thing. And I hate when I'm playing somebody touching me and, you tap me once, it's okay. You're like, Russel. And she's like, what? So she's like, enough of playing this. Yeah, play some new retro. I was like, what? What do you mean play new retro? She's like, come on, Russel, you don't want me to explain it to you. What does that mean? I said, yeah, I need to know what is new retro music.
That was one. And one night I was doing a live gig and this artist had decided that they were too big to come for sound check. So they've not turned up and whatever, come directly when the gig is about to start. And obviously sounding shit on the mic, not proper, whatever, and not even professional enough to have been able to do a 2-minute line check before they went on. 10 minutes in has decided that they are obviously, for some reason, they called the media that night for their live gig and whatever. So they had someone to impress, realized that they were screwing up big time. So then decided to start insulting people who were in the tech crew, which is a big no-no with me. And I genuinely don't care how big an artist you are, you don't do it. It doesn't work that way. But the kicker, their manager comes up to me and says, listen, this is getting really messy and all. So I'm agreeing. I'm like, yeah, you need to do something about it. This mic, that you have given the artist to sing on, it's not proper for English music. You need to give them another mic. And I was like, after that, I just started laughing. I did not even bother to go to the console, go to see what was happening on stage. I walked out of the venue. I was standing outside and just laughing away to glory. I was like, y'all do what y'all want, how y'all want, where y'all want.
The microphone is not suited for English.
English music.
Not made for English.
Yeah, sure, SM58 is not made for English music. We cannot sing on this mic. So
you cannot sing, period. That seems to be the problem to start.
Amazing.
So we were at a gig once and Russel was playing. Club was packed, like everyone's dancing, enjoying themselves. This person messaged me in the evening saying, hey, is Russel playing tonight? I said, yes. Okay, we are coming. Oh, can we book a table? Blah, blah. Okay, they've all turned up. Friends have come, enjoying themselves. Suddenly, in the middle of everything, she comes up to me and she goes like, so Russel DJs. I said, yeah, I mean, you message asking where he's playing tonight, so you're come to play. So, and she said, it's very confused look on her face. I'm trying to figure out, does she want to know whether he does only club gigs, private gigs? What is it? But tell me something, Asha, what does he do for a living? I'm thinking in my head again, like, and you know, obviously the first thing that pops up is he scratches for a living, because I mean, I don't think of anything else when you ask.
Do not translate this in Hindi.
Yes.
Ayesha, we've got our hands on a couple of pictures which have really got us intrigued. Some have made us laugh. Some we were just wondering, what really was the story behind this.
Guys, just something which these guys don't know. We have photographic evidence of the kind of damage which Ayesha has done, and that's in the next picture.
Really?
Yes.
Murder.
Poor guy.
That's how hard you punched him in the nose.
Oh my God. This is literally blood on the dance floor, but okay, guys, this is just a joke. This is another picture of another very close friend of ours. But Ayesha, Russel, why don't you tell us what this picture is about?
So none of us realized that this was going to blow up the way it did.
And it's all because of it. Okay.
All because who's lying down over there. He who shall not be named. Halloween Eve, actually before Hallows Eve, we were decorating the place and everything was getting ready. And the decorator decides to turn up with fake blood. And everyone decided to have a good time with the fake blood, which was all cool and whatever it is. Till it landed up in our friend's hands, who took it, sprayed it on himself, decided to lie down on the floor and say, click.
But before he could lie down on the floor, he made sure the floor was completely clean.
Yes, he sanitized the floor. Like this is like way pre-COVID times. He has sanitized the floor and everything properly, laid down, told Russel, please create the scene, and Ayesha, please click my photo. And that has happened. End of story, he's got up, washed up, we finished decorating and everything, and everyone has gone home peacefully. Half an hour later, we start getting frantic phone calls from Dubai, from Vashi, from Kolkata, and everywhere possible. Russell's phone, my phone, Russell's phone, my phone. And we were exhausted that night because genuinely we'd been decorating and whatever. So we had to go back to the club in the morning. So our phones were on silent. I happened to get up for something, and then I saw our phones light up at like some 10 missed calls. So we started calling those people back thinking something had happened to them or whatever it was. Cut to finally managing to cut through the clutter and finding out that Pankaj had decided to send this photo to many people saying something had happened outside the club that night.
The same guy who shall not be named.
Yes. And they have decided, he has said that these photographs are clicked for photographic evidence to go to the cops and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. And then he switches his phone off. Not realizing the mass destruction he has left in his way.
Oh, he was probably hoping for it, knowing him.
And the amount of phone calls from like all over the world, like just to ask what happened. Do you all know that looks like the floor of the club you guys play at is safe?
Yeah, and then how could you all let him get into a fight? What were you all doing? Where was the bouncer? And went on and on.
Yeah, like why did you all let it happen? That was the main thing. Like, how could you have let it reach this far times?
And now this, of course, I know the topic is very close to your heart, Ayesha, like it is to mine. But tell us behind this photograph.
Russell clicked this picture when we had gone for the U2 concert, when U2 was down here before last. And as always, he just wanted to capture a moment and say that this is my wife at every show. Like banging Bollywood music playing in the, like, and everyone's on the dance floor and she'll be inside my console sitting on a low chair with a book in her hand reading, not bothered about what is happening around the place. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's her. And that
those of us who know Ayesha know that she always has a book with her and she's always reading, and even during gigs she'll be engrossed in her books always.
I have to like literally tell her like get water or get me something. She doesn't even look on top. Like it's like saying you go play. I'm not bothered. I'm sitting down behind. One chair is there, and that's about it.
But you know,
So, yeah.
I say in one conversation with Ayesha, I remember her telling me, which blew my mind. I think you do what, like one book a day?
Yeah.
She goes through one book a day, which is like more than 300 books in a year. And I only know of one other person who does one in like 3 days. So
Like when we are dating,
mind blown.
Landmark? No. What is that? That buy that fat book. What is that? Crossword. So when we are dating, she used to take me to go book shopping and all that. So I've gone to Crossword and I've looked for the fattest book. And I said, this book is for you. Come on. Now read now how much you want to read. And it was like how many odd pages? It was like, I don't know.
600, 700.
600 or 800 pages. It was a thick book. So I went and told that chick at Crossword, I was like, whatever is your fattest book, please show me that book.
That's one way to bookshop.
No, even I read one a book in every 3 years. Anyway.
This is a book.
Waiting for months to come out of that, but okay.
So guys, both you, Ayesha and Russel, you all do so much to entertain the others. I thought we can take a chance today to entertain you instead. So we have a couple of fun activities lined up for you, quick game session. So the next one is what we call as quickies, which is essentially rapid fire.
All right, so we are now beginning what we call as quickies, which is rapid fire. Now, both of you all can answer these questions individually. The whole point is to answer it rapidly. So don't take too long. Whatever that you think of, back comes a reply. Yeah. So let's begin. Early riser or night owl?
Night out.
Early rise.
That's weird considering you work, nights. So how do you still plan to do that in the morning?
In the morning.
Nice. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Bandra.
Germany.
Uh-oh. Bike of your dreams? Russel?
Kawasaki, Honda Blackbird.
F50, the F80 actually, yeah.
What job would you absolutely be horrible at?
Waiter.
Anything that involves taking orders.
Yeah.
Or requests.
Request. If not in the entertainment business, where would you be?
Hairstylist.
A spy.
I like that. Your favorite gadget?
My favorite gadget. I don't have that. Apar's department, that is.
Ayesha, you?
My phone.
I think that's more important than being favorite.
So the story behind my phone is that I spend 1.5 lakh on a camera, not on a phone. My dad was like, you spend 1.5 lakh on a phone. I'm like, no. I bought a new camera. I did not buy a new phone.
Favorite book?
Pardon? Favorite
book?
Catherine Neville's The Eight. It's not here behind me, but yeah, it's my other shelf. Yeah.
I don't.
Russel? You don't read.
What is that one book?
Don't ask. It was, trust me, I knew it was boring and I didn't pick it up, and he decided to read it to please another friend of his. And yeah.
Thousand million.
Some 1,000 million. Don't ask, it's forgettable. I don't remember.
I was bored on the. It was a very thin book. It was all of 75 pages, but I got bored in the first 2 pages.
But he reads a lot of comics, but so all the comics in the shelf behind, the Archies and Phantom and Commando and all those are all his comics, not mine.
So that would be a valid one here as well. So that's cool. Anything that you read, rather. So that was our quickies. Now we have the next segment and some more activities. So the next one is actually going to be more fun because you need to be observing more. So the next one we call is the lip sync. So what I'm going to do is, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that I'm going to be, lip syncing some words, and you'll have to kind of guess them. So you can work as a team, or whoever says it first, kind of wins. Ready?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't get that at all. Nope, not getting it.
Pass.
Okay, I'm gonna try one, the same one.
I didn't even know. I got like pink, and then the rest of it was, I don't know.
So Apar, clearly, you didn't do this better than me.
I just tried.
Okay, so what is it? Sorry.
So that was Metallica.
Oh,
I kept getting pink Cadillac for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, so the next one, this you should get because I'm sure normally when you hear this is also in the same lip sync.
play my song.
See? Next one.
So he's gonna go first with whatever. Okay.
Smoke on the water. Do it
Once
again.
more.
Something I hate you.
Guys, something you know.
The I and the U is correct. The first and the third word is what you.
Something I get you? No.
I met you. No, I'm just randomly putting words. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do it once again.
Okay, one last time. Silence? No, silence? Guys, you need to back me up. Silence. You.
Dash you.
Wow.
Silence, I kill you.
Oh!
Jeff Dunham.
Yes, Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Ahmed, the dead terrorist. Silence, I kill you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our next segment, we have a quiz, and for which we're going to have it run by Quiz Master Murli.
So welcome Russel and Ayesha for this is a customized quiz in the sense it's all on topics which you guys will like and you will know about. So let me start off. Use the picture as a clue and name a famous TV series. Anyway, let me start the timer, but I'll give you more clues.
I'm gonna say pass. Seven, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, even I can't figure out which band is this.
Okay, fine.
Something you're very fond of, Aisha.
Doctor Who?
This TV series.
She got it.
Okay. The band is The Who. Okay, so that was a clue for the TV series. There are two pictures here. Both these pictures have some connection to a Hindi movie. Okay, a very famous Hindi movie.
Cars?
Absolutely right. Cars.
Wow.
Cars is right. George Benson's We As Love was the theme song of Cars. And Lord Shorty sang Om Shanti Om. Famous actor, famous song. Name of the famous Hindi movie.
Kurbani.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Let me go. Kurbani. Amjad Khan was the drummer.
Copied from the English song Chicano.
Absolutely right. Well done. Well done. If you can work out the name of a book from these two pictures, name the author.
Da Vinci Code and Dan Brown.
Well done.
Bang on.
That was quick. So Da Vinci Code and Dan Brown is very good. A sweet preserve made from objects found in the sea. You got to work this out, decode it, and name a famous band. Okay, your time starts now. A sweet preserve made from objects found in the sea. What could it indicate? What band could it indicate?
No, Starship is not.
Okay, time's up. I'll give the answer for this one. A sweet preserve is a jam, and objects in the sea is pearls. So pearl jam is the right answer. In this picture, look at the picture closely. It denotes a famous song of the early 90s with music by Biddu. If you can get the name of the song from this picture, you'll be able to name the singer as well.
Johnny Joker.
Well done. But who's the singer?
Shweta.
No, Suniti doesn't.
No,
Suchitra.
Shweta Shetty.
Okay. See, there are lyrics in Hindi. Okay, there are Hindi lyrics, of course, in English. Okay.
Yes, I know.
Okay, can I start the timer? Here we go.
You just want the singer's name, that's it. Freddie Mercury, that's it. Or you want more than that? Queen,
Okay, Freddie Mercury is good enough because
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mother, I just killed a man and put a gun against his head.
So we want
Mama, not mother.
Mama.
Thank you.
Thanks, Murli.
Thank you, Murli.
Thank you.
So guys, I really had a lot of fun. I think I learned more about music and books, I think, on this episode. But I hope you had as much fun on these games as well.
So I think, Ayesha, Russel, I'm speaking for obviously everyone here and the guys who are not here on this particular shoot, but it was amazing to have you guys here. It's been great to know you guys, me much more recently than, of course, someone like Apar who's known you for as long as he has. But on behalf of all of us, thank you so much for being here. And I don't know, Russel, if you've got a glass, but we're raising a toast to you guys. And cheers. You guys.
Cheers, guys.
Happy
Cheers.
to have you on Off the Comms, guys.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
So guys, if you want to catch music by DJ Russel, you can actually line up at Door No.1 at any point in time, or follow him on social media with the DJ Russel as the handle. And you can also find him on Mixcloud. Search for either the DJ Russel or search for Russ Skills. And guys, you can find blogs by Ayesha on ayeshadomini.ca.
We played together a little bit.
So yeah.
A little bit.
No.
Like little
He's
bit.
lying.
Just for this section, I brushed really hard so that you could see it like nice and clear. So
it was too funny when Russell right now just said that, oh, listen, that person who you met, he said, मैंने सब बात कर ली है, तेरे को जाके खाली बजाने का है. I didn't know he was a DJ. I was just like, what do you mean? Are you supposed to like sit there?
उसके सर पर बंदूक लगाई, बंदूक चलाई और अभी वो मर गया. हाँ, अभी जिंदगी शुरू हुई है, पर अब जाके मैंने सब फेंक दिया.
Went to one agency in Bangalore and asked for a turntable, and he just gave a table, and we said turntable. He said, "Turn होएगा ना?" And then चल generator बंद कर.